Hi everyone, Kyle here from Wide Awake PH. It's official. We've successfully joined the April Brewers Cup Hong Kong edition this coming September 6 to September 7. In this video, I'd like to share my inspiration as to why I want to join this brewing competition. I've been in the local industry for 4 years now as a roaster and of course as a home brewer. I've never really done any public-facing events, or I've done very few, maybe 2 or 3, right? Less than a handful. So I've never had the opportunity to really fine-tune and hone my skills when it comes to coffee brewing for other people. I've only been brewing for myself and for my family, and making coffee that I find very, very tasty. In that sense, I've felt that joining a brewing competition would allow me to hone and sharpen my skills so that I may finally see where my level is in terms of my sensory or sense of taste, as well as my brewing skill. I think the April Brewers Cup is the perfect opportunity for me to be able to, again, test my skills, see where I'm at in a sort of international competition, because people from all over Asia and I'm pretty sure some other parts of the world are flying to compete in the April Brewers Cup Hong Kong edition. Some initial thoughts. I'm very, very, very excited. This is going to be my first brewing competition, my first competition in coffee. Just for reference, I used to be an athlete. I used to compete in badminton. I was varsity in high school and in college. So it's fun to be able to compete again with a different sort of mentality. The purpose of this competition is really, again, to see where I'm at in my coffee journey, see where I can improve, and ultimately enjoy the journey and level up and just express myself as eloquently as possible when it comes to brewing coffee. With that excitement, I'd just like to share some thoughts before actually receiving the competition beans. I am fairly certain that my number one challenge coming into this brewing competition will be the level of roast. I believe that Wide Awake roasts relatively light. I am fairly certain that we are one of the few roasters in Asia and becoming less and less in the world that actually roast in a true light sort of way, wherein the objective is a minimum amount of caramelization so as to avoid the bitterness that comes with roasting the coffees a little bit too dark or a little bit too long. In that regard, I need to start practicing using coffees that are roasted from medium light to medium dark in this spectrum. Of course, majority of the focus will be medium light to medium because Wide Awake usually roasts light to medium light at most. Hey guys, another update. I've just had an incredibly insightful coffee session with Benny Sanchez here in the Wide Awake HQ. Initially, I wanted to use the Mischief Mini for the competition. I thought that it would be really good to use an electric grinder to have a stable RPM and to not think about hand grinding during the competition itself. But I just didn't enjoy the combination of the Mischief Mini with the practice beans that were sent to me. Of course, that might just be my inexperience with the Mischief Mini, but I'm just more comfortable with the using the ZP6 because I've been using that for more than a year now, using it every day, and I personally prefer the profile of the ZP6 because it's cleaner and crisper at the expense of body and sweetness, which, it's my style. Calibrated my coffee just using 2 brews. For me, the brew is already tasting extremely excellent. I'm gonna stop brewing now and I'm just gonna brew all the rest of that coffee when I get to Hong Kong. But more importantly, I am so thankful and grateful that Ben has shared his time and experience with me. It was a revelation, honestly, because, of course, I'm pretty familiar with coffee. I've been roasting for 4 years now and tasting lots and lots and lots of coffee, not just my own, but also local roasters and international roasters. So I'm pretty confident with brewing. What I'm not confident about, of course, is the competition aspect, especially the presentation. And Ben really helped me by walking through each aspect of that presentation and each aspect of the scoring sheet and he really equipped me with a very good understanding of how this competition thing goes. And I wish we could brew together soon, because I think he can brew a really, really tasty cup of coffee. And can't wait to start competing and competing some more. It's fun. It's tiring. It's stressful. It's an added load to my work, because of course I'm also running my business while competing. But I'd say it's worth it, and highly recommend my co-roasters or fellow roasters in this industry, in the local industry, to do it as well. It's really fun. Or even just homebrewers, super serious, super nerdy homebrewers. You guys will have a blast. Legit, it's fun.
World, and this is the first time I'm holding it in my hand.
Oh, really? Where did you have this one made?
This is made in the same factory as before, so we produce it in Indonesia.
I just bought those.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah. Hi guys, just some behind the scenes input. I won the first round in the April Brewers competition, and man, that like that clip that you guys saw from the live stream doesn't capture how difficult that was. So, you know, of course, I'm not from here. I'm from the Philippines. I'm from Manila. I'm in Hong Kong. On the day of that competition day, September 6th, there was a storm signal. We didn't catch the memo that the competition officially starts at 1 p.m. So we followed the original schedule. I was there by 8 a.m. My time slot was really 4 p.m. I wanted to be there early so that I could get the competition beans ahead of time, have a lot of time to dial in, think about how to calibrate the beans properly, you know, see the actual table set up, see the actual height of the table, see if the water is any different from what I've practiced with. All these little details I wanted to, you know, see, understand, and take care of. What actually happened was, okay, we were there at 8 a.m. We had to go home. There were no cabs because it was a signal T8 here, which is a big deal for Hong Kong. And oh my gosh, we had to walk home with like hand carries, walk back to our hotel for like 20 minutes with our hand carries in like really strong wind and slight rain. We were there by like 1:30 p.m., 2 p.m. and my time slot was at 7 p.m. So I had a really full 11-hour day on September 6th. That was crazy. But, you know, at the end of the day, I was really happy, of course, with the result. But more importantly, I was very happy with my calibration on that day one of the event. I think I had a very strong cup. I would have been hard-pressed to make that one any better on that specific day. So I made it to the semifinals. Today is actually the day of the semifinals, and unfortunately, I lost. But I have mixed feelings about what transpired today. The coffee that I was brewing is fresh, so it was changing a lot compared to my brew yesterday, which I was already very happy with. I was so stressed. At around 6:30 a.m., I did my first dial-in brew or calibration, and it took me 2 more brews before I found my final recipe. And you know, actually I'm happy that all my hard work paid off, because according to the head judge, Patrick, my brew was essentially the second best cup for him in the entire competition, including day 1 and day 2. Most likely, had I joined any other heat or any other lineup in the schedule, I would have been able to make it to the finals. On the one hand, of course, I'm disappointed that I couldn't make it to the finals, represent the Philippines, because I'm the only Filipino in this competition. I am not able to express the training and the practice that I did for the 10-minute routine wherein I'd be brewing 3 coffees at the same time in front of the judges. But at the same time, I'm relieved. I'm tired. But I'm also happy. I'm also happy at the same time with the result, because honestly, I joined this competition in order to gauge my skill as a brewer. I wanted to figure out how skilled I am in terms of coffee brewing, not just locally. I wanted to see how good do I stack up against people from the international scene. And this is the biggest April competition ever, with 36 competitors from different parts of the world, essentially, right? And to have been able to get a cup that is top 2 out of 36 across 2 days, I think that's a pretty good result considering that this is my first competition. I can't be angry. This is how competitions work. Luck of the draw. I was able to give my absolute 100% best, and I have zero hard feelings. Yeah. Also, upon reflecting upon seeing the competition for essentially the entire duration, I have to say thank you so much to the organizers, to the judges, for making this such a great event despite the circumstances. The organizers were running around, cleaning stuff, keeping everything in order. It's great. And the judges, man, what they're doing is so incredibly tough. I can only imagine the difficulty in choosing 1 cup out of 3 different cups and doing that essentially 12 times. Of course, thank you to April Coffee and Patrick Roll for spearheading this competition. I'm surely a better brewer now because I joined this competition, and at the end of the day, I think that's what matters. I'd like to conclude this video by sharing a sneak peek. This is for you viewers who stayed, until the end to watch. Wide Awake is actually planning to build a studio wherein we're not looking for volume in terms of customers. We're looking for sharing intimate coffee experiences in order to really have a nice and meaningful connection with our customers. We're gonna aim for 2025 first or second quarter to open this concept, and the reason why I joined this competition, besides gauging where I am in terms of skill level, is also to see what a legitimate coffee competition based on the World Brewers Cup is like, and have this rigor and have this seriousness with serving high quality coffee. And of course, in that studio, I'll be serving the coffees that I roast, and I'll be dialing those coffees with the same rigor and intensity that I did during the competition. And that's the standard that I aim for, and that's the kind of standard that I expect to be served in the studio. And I'm super excited for a lot of friends that I have to come over and try, of course, and to be able to meet my customers, and for you guys to be able to taste what I think is super yummy. And yeah, that's it. So in that studio, I can really choose and select which tools to use in order to really bring out the best in the beans that I roast, and in order to express very cleanly, very elegantly what the flavors of the coffees I roast have. And also, of course, to be able to share with you the backstories of the coffees that I source and roast. And of course, that's super exciting for me. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.